we have an opportunity to change our world around us. And whether you choose to do that or not is completely up to you.
Racer.
Hey, buddy.
Great to have you back. Good to see you, man, as always.
Right now, a realtor is not very neat. People are not jumping up and down buying and selling houses. Now, while my phone still rings, I'm still talking to people. People are still saying, we're thinking about buying a house, or we're thinking about listing a house. There's some stuff there. But if everything you are, who you are and what you are is just a realtor, you're in trouble. I'm thankful that who we are gives us the ability to be what we are better. But today, what people need is somebody that's relational. But people that are relational right now have the opportunity to invest in people's lives into a hurt spot, and they become a permanent fixture in who they are. If you're just transactional, then you're just the dude that sold their house, or you're just a guy. I mean, you can be the best at marketing and selling homes, and that's no discredit to you. But when the shift happens, and that's where we're at, the ones that sustain it are going to be the ones that have a permanent position in people's lives, not just a transactional position in their lives. People put money in a mutual fund all the time. 401ks all the time. This is a 401k right now. It's not a checking account business. It's a 401k business. We are putting small deposits, knowing that long term there's a reward for doing so. Maybe not from this person, but we know that we'll be rewarded because good equals good. Now, when it's game on and game time and everything's good, I'm calling you on the phone about your expired, and I'm saying, hey, buddy, I'm sorry you didn't get to your dream. I know you're sick of making your bed. I know your wife's tired of keeping all the dishes clean. Is there any way I can help you get out of your house in 30 days? Would you please let me do that? And you're going to say, heck yeah, and I'm selling. But today, that's a checking account. When you're doing that, you're building your checking account. What we're doing today, it's a 401k. It's a little bit, a long time. You got to lead well. In a deal like this, you got to lead well. And for me, I mean, I know like my kids, my wife, but when we get online, there's a lot of people that you don't have no idea who or where or what they're going through. But they're looking for somebody's path to walk through this forest of stuff to just kind of follow. And truth of the matter is, a lot of them are going a million different directions right now, and nobody has a good path. So where there is no direct order, so where there's no path, where there's no way to go, you get chaos. But when somebody could fall in and because somebody's leading well and then get behind them, then what happens is that guy follows with certainty, and so people follow him that ordinarily wouldn't follow him. So I called Mike Sherrard 3 weeks ago. He's going to be on your show tomorrow, I think. He's a buddy of mine. Yep. And he's got a company that handles creative content marketing, like social media and YouTube, stuff like that. And I said, hey, brother, I need some help because I don't know how to make this stuff go anywhere. But I do know that people need to hear that everything's going to be all right. And even if it's not all right, it's going to be all right. And he was like, yep, you bet, I'm with you. So we jumped in the middle of there, and we spent money in the middle of a down market to be able to put a message out there that we do on our Facebook page every day nearly, that just says, hey, listen, just because you feel like you're in jail does not mean you're a prisoner, and you do not have to be a prisoner. You choose to be a prisoner. You happen to be in a place where if you look at the good stuff and it gets bigger, you're with your family, you're with your closest people around you, and you don't have anything else to do except them. Figure out who they are, what they're doing, where they're at, what their dreams are, and then figure out how this world can be better when all this deal's over by what you learned in the middle of this. Because I've learned way more in failure or in a mess than I ever learned in victory. In victory, you're busy celebrating, but in failure, you're reflecting. It's temporary. This stuff ain't forever. And what is forever is family and relationships and your legacy and how well you lead under pressure. And everybody leads somebody. You may not know who's following you. It doesn't matter. You're still responsible for where you're taking them. I had no idea how to go get the business. So I got the opportunity to enroll in a course called Bold, and my coach, Dusty Oglesby, was there. And about 4 weeks in, it clicked, just like that. And then we went over some scripts, and we went over scripts in a whole different way. I'll share that with you. So we did it like this. So my coach says, here's how we're going to run that script. He said, hello. And I said, hey, I'm looking for Steve. And he goes, I'm Steve. And he goes, stop. And I go, okay. He said, do it again. And he goes, hello. And I go, hey, I'm looking for Steve. He said, I'm Steve. Stop. Do it again. He said, hello. I said, hey, I'm looking for Steve. He said, I'm Steve. Go ahead. And I said, I'm Racer Botkin from Keller Rims Realty. The reason that I called you, stop. And we would do just a piece and a piece and a piece and a piece over and over and over and over. And he said, now be sure you own it over. And pretty soon, my script and the paper on the script on the paper was not the same, but we were going the same direction. And I hadn't said a word in Bold so far. I've been there 4 weeks. And he said, anybody want to run that script right now? And I said, you bet I got it. And I ran it. And whenever we got done, he goes, whew, I hope you know what you just got. And I said, what? He said, that's going to be your $1 million lesson. And I'd never run a script before. I'd never listed a house. I'd never sold a house. I didn't have any clients. We had a whole bunch of debt on credit cards and no money. And I woke up that morning at 5 o'clock and I thought, today is the day. It's like Christmas. I woke up and I went, today's the day. And it was July 13th. So I got to the office that morning and I got there really early, earlier than you want to call people on Saturday. So, man, I was going through this deal and I was trying to think and I was trying to, and 9 o'clock, first guy answered the phone. And I said, I almost said, hey, I'm looking for Steve because I've done that script a lot. and I was about half me and about half not me. I did the old, hello, sir. My name is Racer Botkin from Keller Williams. And the reason I'm calling you is I noticed that your house is showing up online. And he cut me off about halfway through that. And he said, I'm relisting with my agent that I had before. I don't need you to be calling me. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I hung up. And I thought, well, that was fun. Let's do it again. And so about 3 hours of that, of learning how to deal with what was coming at you. So in my frustration, a guy's answering machine picks up. So I said, hey, listen, I noticed your house didn't sell last time it was on the market and I can sell it. Call me back if you're interested. Click. And that was my effort. I quit. And that sucker called me back in about 15 minutes. And he said, can you really sell my house? I said, you daggum right I can. He said, well, when do we need to meet? And I said, I'll be there. I'd come today. He said, I can't do it today. I can do it tomorrow after church. And I said, I'll be there at 1 o'clock. And the next day we met this couple and they informed me that their house had been on market for 249 days. And it was priced about $15 a square foot over market. And they thought it was a heck of a good deal. And so my wife gave them some really good update ideas to do some painting and stuff like that. We put their house on the market about 12 days later, and we sold it in 14 days at 97% of asking. We failed a lot, and we failed big. And I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've made my mama probably not so proud at times. But I guarantee she's proud of me today. It's just like going to the gym. You tear yourself down so that you build yourself up. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's the way it works. Life breaks you in places, and then you heal up. And then you make some more mistakes, only bigger ones, because now you're bigger and stronger. But fail forward. That's part of it. Just fail forward. And don't be afraid of it, because that's where the beautiful stories come out of. I mean, that's where the best stuff is.